So I have a wonderfully easy and fast card to show you today, and it involves using a standard stamp set and also the accessory Memories and More cards that you can buy separately. This particular stamp set that I'll be using is the Hand-Penned Petals stamps, which is just absolutely wonderful and has images that can be colored, or color could be added with two-step stamping. It also has lovely sentiments along with it. So that's what we're going to use today for our stamping. But let me show you something on the Memories and More card pack. You get lots and lots of envelopes. I think I'll just use a straightforward white envelope today for the card we're doing. But it also comes with these pre-scored card bases. And this one's just awfully lovely, so we're going to use one of those. And it comes with lots of different papers that can be used or die cut, many different patterns, many different sayings, different colors. They're just all quite interesting. So I think you'll enjoy looking at the things from this particular Memories and More card pack. That's the larger pieces. There's also a number of smaller cut pieces that can be used for creating your cards. Oh, by the way, there's also lovely sets of stickers that can be just put directly on your card front if you want to make it very easy. We'll stamp our sentiment today, but that is an option. So let's just get started with our card base. We just want to make sure that we fold that down, give it a good burnish, and then we're going to be working with a few different pieces of paper. One piece of paper that we're going to use is a background that will go over the top of the card base. It will have a secondary layer over it in Highland Heather, and then we're going to do a die cut from this lovely paper that came with the Memories and More card pack. So what I'll be using today, and I will do it off screen, I will cut with the largest stitched rectangle die, my first cut, the second largest stitched rectangle die, the second cut, and then I will cut this pretty patterned DSP with the third largest stitched rectangle die. So give me a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Here are our 3 panels for the front of our card, and let's put those together. So what we'll do first is put the Highland Heather layer over the top of the basic white panel. I like to use this glue that actually you have to use very little glue to get good adhesion. And let's just go ahead and put that down, trying as best we can to line up even borders on all 4 sides. Pretty close. And then to that we will attach our third panel, which is the lovely DSP. That will go on over the top of our Highland Heather. Again, just doing your best to line those borders up. Okay. Oh, I forgot there was one thing I was thinking to do. Since these cards are quite large, I was thinking to trim this off at 5.5. So give me just a moment and I'll do that. Okay, having done that, just cutting off a very short piece at the very end, and I will smooth that down with my bone folder to make sure that it lays very flat. Then we have a very nice size to put this panel on. And since this is a pretty simple card, a very simple card in fact, I'm just going to lay that down flat. A little bit of liquid glue. Center it as best as possible. Here more. It's the beauty of liquid glue. You have a little bit of wiggle room with that. And already we have a very nice and lovely card front. But we do need a sentiment on that, do we not? So let's get a piece of scrap paper and stamp a nice thank you, perhaps. Here I have a simple scrap of basic white that we can use for stamping. I think I'm going to use the Blackberry Bliss just because it stamps a wee bit darker. So let's just do that. Let's get our Stampin' mat underneath so that we get as good an image as possible. And let's do just a simple thanks. I think I'll do it a couple of times, see how it looks. Not bad. Let's do another one while we're here as a backup. And there we go. A nice thanks. I will cut that out with a lovely die that comes with the Meadow dies. And this is the one I'm choosing. It's quite pretty, and it so happens it fits that thanks perfectly. So I will cut that out in just a moment. In the meantime, while we're stamping, let's stamp something on the inside of our card. Let's put a piece of scrap paper underneath the stamping area. And let's use that large flower. You see, I've used it several times before. And we'll just do a little bit of a corner image at the very base of our card. Maybe coming in at an angle. And stamp that on that card. And isn't that pretty? So while we're here, let's go ahead and do some stamping on our envelope flat. This is a simple, basic, standard, medium, basic white envelope from Stampin' Up. And we're going to take this lovely same flowered, and we'll do a bit of an image in at least a couple of places on this back flap. One more. Aim it a little bit differently, perhaps, and give it a good push down and hold just for a second. And there we go. We have our envelope in the ready. And next what I'll do is attach the sentiment. Okay, our sentiment has been die cut. Isn't that pretty? And we'll have to decide where we want to put this on the card. And I think I will raise that up with Stampin' Dimensionals. 1, 2, and 3. And let's get the backing off those dimensionals and decide where we want to put the sentiment. I'm thinking it would be very attractive right in the center. It can go there, it can go there. I think my choice on this particular card would be to put it at the bottom right. So just line that up, put that in position, and then we'll just add a little bit of bling as well. Using our pokey tool, let's add a few genial gems. Even though they're pretty green, I think they go quite well with this background base card color. Let's see, where would we like to put one? How about up here for one? Number 2, over here in this white spot, and maybe one that's a wee bit smaller on our sentiment itself. And isn't that pretty? We could dress it up more. We could add a piece of ribbon or a die cut piece, but I think it's pretty just the way it is. So now we have this card. It's been stamped on the inside. It says thanks. We have our envelope at hand that we'll use. And it's just such a very fast and easy card. You could do a set of these in no time at all. And using one of the other papers from the Memories and More card pack, I created this card as well using the same color scheme. But isn't that pretty with the white areas that are available in that particular sheet of paper? And yet one more using different paper, this featuring Pale Papaya, and having most of the gems the lighter color. So there you go, fast and easy. I thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video today, and I apologize for the mic line being in the left-hand corner of much of this video. I will get better at this. All right, thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. Subscribe. Enjoy your Stampin' Up! Products. So long.